It might have got delayed into 2014, but it has not escaped our hearts. Watch Dogs from Ubisoft is looking like one of those real enabled by next gen games. Like, sure, it's coming out on other platforms, but you know, Xbox One's gonna be what you want this on. Big open world of Chicago to explore, and you can just mess with everything. Like, that shouldn't be possible on previous gen. And for me, I think that's going to be like this real like welcome to the future sort of moment as you can just sort of rob everyone and cause massive car accidents. And
I think back to the beginning of the Xbox 360 and the first open world games that were released on that platform. Things like Saints Row, I think was one of the first. Also Dead Rising to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And they were kind of reasonable escalations of what had been on the previous generation. Certainly with Dead Rising, lots of zombies on screen was very exciting. And with Saints Row, it was more or less what we'd kind of experienced already with some of the GTA games. It was just maybe a little bit crazier, slightly better graphics.
Well, at that time, GTA was still exclusive. So
right,
it was GTA and,
so it was very
Xbox.
Cool. But Watch Dogs looks like a massive leap for an open world game. Like, really quite crazy. Like you're saying, it might be coming out on Xbox 360, but this is just a whole different level, really. And I think one of the key things is going to be this kind of background multiplayer thing that's going to be going on.
Totally.
We haven't been able to talk about it a huge amount, but as we understand it, you're going to be able to really influence how your friends' games will be going. You can sort of jump in and mess around with things in there, essentially hack their game from your own. And how that's going to play out kind of moment to moment, we're not quite sure, but just the concept alone is kind of exciting. It certainly ties in nicely with some of the themes that this game's exploring.
Yeah, I mean, from what we've seen, what we've heard, I mean, you got to remember, like, obviously it got delayed. Like, they are very, very, very cautious with what they show off and what they let us see. And the multiplayer, it looks like Dark Souls to an extent. You know, you're able to jump into other people's games. You basically then have to try and hack them. And like stop a crime or what have you, or do something in their world, and then the other player gets an opportunity to catch you, sort of again like Assassin's Creed, which, you know, of course Ubisoft are going to happily borrow from. And it looks interesting enough. You know, there's unconfirmed rumours and speculation that it could be because of this multiplayer component that we've seen the delay. They're not saying either way, but I could see that being true. You know, like, it's trying something new. It's trying to escalate that Dark Souls model to this unbelievable level, and if it works, then it's potentially going to change the way single-player games, you know, look at multiplayer.
Absolutely. I think how this is going to kind of help build the coming generation in terms of open world and just generally action games is going to be really interesting. We can see a lot of the ideas that are in Watch Dogs transferring to a lot of future titles. So yeah, one to look forward to still.